Welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to see how playing obscenely aggressive can help your game. Or not. Who knows? What do you reckon? Am I going to do better than normal? I'm looking for anything better than level par. That is usually what works for me. We've got 18 holes spread over 2 videos. Let's get stuck in. We're hitting driver on every conceivable... What on earth have I just done there? I thought I might have topped it, but it didn't sound too bad. But it clipped to the grass on the way up the hill and has gone nowhere. So I've got a long way in. Oopsie. So this is an 8-iron. What we're trying to figure out is blast driver every conceivable hole I can and get the ball as close to the green and then just fire at every flag we see, basically. So don't care if it's tucked away, don't care if it's dangerous, there's danger everywhere. I'm just going to give it a go. I've thinned my second shot, so I've not hit a decent one yet, and now I'm struggling to get up and down for par, so this isn't working early doors. Or I'm just stiff and didn't warm up properly, who knows? Bald. That was rude, apologies. 6 foot left for par on the first then. In we pour it, and good start, sort of. If you're enjoying this so far, don't forget to pop a like on the video and consider subscribing as well. And then get into the comments, tell me, on a hole like this, where it's not long, it's only 320 yards, but there's trouble left OB and trees right, would you send it, or would you just lay up and, to your comfortable yardage, see what you can do? I've blazed driver down the centre, actually done a beautiful job, and I'm chipping. On a summer's day, I probably could have rolled down, but hello. That has rolled down, and we've left ourselves a lovely little opportunity for birdie. This is only about 9 feet. Can we get under par early after a shaky first hole? We can! I don't look happy about it, but I am. So I don't normally hit driver here either, but we're under par and we're doing it because I said so. So just a little cut off those trees on the left as you look in the distance. But I've overcut things and that might be in bother. Who knows? We will find out. If you stick around to the end of the video as well, I've got some analysis and stats to talk through so we can see how I've actually got on in terms of detail. So enjoy. I've had to hit a nice little ropey punch shot under there towards the shed, and I've done an incredible job, and to get on the green at all was a great achievement. Fortunately I had that gap, but this is for birdie and I've almost aimed it at right angles to where the hole is. And I've left myself a sneaky one for the par save, but should be doable. But no! That was tragic, and now I'm further away than I was before. Not enough time taken over this for bogey now, and oh my goodness, that's 4 stabs and a double bogey. So nothing to do with aggression there. I've just made an absolute meal of that green, which is easily done. But can we get straight back on track? We're going for the green. That was horrific. I need help from the tee. Somebody save me at this stage. Somehow it's gone about head height, taken out a chipmunk, if there was one, and I've ended up over the ditch, and not too bad, but simply have to flop this as high as I can, and that's quite simply unbelievable. I've managed to hit it to here with what was pretty much a hit and hope, and after a double bogey, straight back with a birdie, great bounce back ability as Soccer AM would say. And now we have a chippy 7-iron down to this par 3. Pin is middle to the right and we've gone straight at it. Try to hold it against the right to left and into breeze, but I've hit it a bit too far. This is a tricky putt down the slope. Would quite happily take 2 putts here, especially with my iffy putting. Questionable at the best of times, but that's very good, I'll take that. Especially considering I 4-putted earlier. Oopsie. There's a fly attacking the camera, but we don't normally hit drive on this hole. We really have to go close to these trees. And that is what happens, I'm afraid. And that's not good. This is where we've ended up, way further back than I expected, and I couldn't even get the camera behind it, and this is a hit and hope. I said I'd play aggressive, and I am. Don't know why I was worried about the backswing. I had no trouble, I just topped it. And this is where we've ended up, and we're still not in a great position. We don't have a shot here, really. And it shows! Could have just chipped out, but that is not the aim of the game. And here we go again. We actually have a shot this time, but we're playing 4. This is a chippy wedge from 90 yards to get round the trees. And I've got it on the green, but that's about all you can say about it. And this has to go down to avoid a second bogey in the first 6, which is terrible. And I've absolutely laced that through the break. And this is for double. Oh, thank goodness for that. That could have been very messy indeed. I mean, it was. However, getting away with a double bogey there seems like a decent effort in the end. So, on we go to hole 7. Driver in hand, like I said, every single hole apart from the par 3s. And happy to have hit that pretty much down the middle. And I'm in the fairway. Excellent news. So this is just a 3/4 gap wedge to a left pin at the back. We're trying to just draw one in there. However, I failed miserably and it just went straight as a die. And although we are pin high, look at the amount of swaz on this putt. I'm aiming outside that leaf in the foreground. And yet again, got the line right but not quite hit it enough. And I'm nonchalantly going to tap that one in and thankfully made it. Not after the 3rd hole where all things fell to pieces massively. 8th then, sometimes drivable because it's downhill and usually plays downwind, but it's still very soft after all the rain we've got. And I've hit a nice one, I'm pleased to report. Made it to the fairway with quite an interesting lie, shall we say. Just trying to land this short of the green because the pin is very close to the front, but I've undercooked it substantially. And unfortunately, I'm sorry to say that the file got corrupted for the chip and the putt, but trust me, I got up and down, and we're on to the last part of part 1, or last hole of part 1 rather. This is an 8-iron up the hill, and I've caught it extremely toey, if you could hear me on the camera, live, and I've missed that way short and right. And now, thankfully, this green is very spongy, so we can get extremely aggressive with this. Hello? Oh my giddy aunt! What a way to finish. And that's taken us back to +1, and in all honesty, you'll take that after 2 double bogeys. And there are some sheep. Wonderful scenes seeing some little baby lambs. Here's the analysis then. Doesn't make for great reading in some respects. 2 out of 7 fairways, 5 out of 9 greens, but 3 birdies and 4 pars. And 14 putts is just unreal. And I'll see you next week for part 2. Bye!